Hi, everybody. So, does anybody have any questions? Hi, Raymond. So, the book is here. And this will be the first time in the history that we got the General Qi Guang's book really details explained. And also, it explained what is that about, what is writing about, how is it used, apply, and how is it Wing Chun have to do with that, for those Wing Chuners. So we go through many things. And as you can see, there are many documents there. So now you see many Ming Dynasty documents which you have not seen. You might not even know that they exist. And so this is the first time in the history we do this. Again, more thing, and then explain clearly what is going on, what is the basic, and so everything come with always the Chinese, the translation. There are many of them, okay? And the long freeze, short strike, more, and then all of this 32, and is put there, and so and then explain which part of which is doing what. Also, on the Shaolin, how the Shaolin related to it, because it turns out that this is the first time in history this part, this A-B part, is actually elaborate in the Shaolin Sword Strike Classic. So we know the thing inside out. Anybody have any questions on this thing? The issue right now is, if you look at the 450 years ago and today's so-called kungfu thinking is actually no longer what is General Qi Guang taught 460 years ago. In fact, today's majority of kungfu thinking is not what General Qi Guang taught. So the issue right now is you have a problem today. Most people don't know what it is in tradition on the proper traditional Chinese martial art. Most people, not everybody, but most. And then people like Xi Xiaodong, they have no idea what is traditional Chinese martial art is about. So Both of those, I leave them to the world. I am going to start a club, a culture club, traditional Chinese martial art culture club, using the three of the books based on the ancient and science. So it's like this is not a competition type of thing, but it's like if anybody want to study the Beethoven's music, then you can have a group of people who study those type of music. So those are the group I like to form. It's about culture. There are many things there. Today, martial art have market into out of proportion because there are many things need to be considered in the reality. But today, so-called martial art is selling like, oh, if you train this type of martial art, you'll be like a Superman. Those are the sales. But in the real life, that's not what it is. We know it from with this 450 years of records. So here Chris say, I guess staying on the same type of subject as origin of Wing Chun, how did it get from 1700 Shaolin then to Red Boat in 1850? Well, the Shaolin Classic book, the Shaolin Short Strike book, is the only Shaolin, well-recorded Shaolin, real true martial art book from the ancient, verified by historian today. Okay? And for the 1850s, as what I explained in the book, Restricting Wing Chun, if you don't have this Shaolin classic background, you will not be able to explain what is going on with the Wing Chun 1850. Like yesterday, I make a video 2 days ago about this white crane and everything. So in past 100 years or so, everybody keeping talking about, oh, Wing Chun is from white crane is from Mui, and so forth, so forth. Now you got a problem. Your Queen Quid is talking about this thing. This thing. Your 1850s Queen Quid is talking about this thing, and this thing it directly related to this. General Qi Ji Guang. So if we don't know about this General Qi Ji Guang stuff, no way we can decode what is a Bong Sao. So that is what happened. And then with the in the Qi Ji Guang writing right now, as well, I just show you that the Shaolin is using the Qi Ji Guang idea and illustrate more. So only that way we be able to understand what is going on. Okay. So if we go back to 1850, those real fighter, real Wing Chun ancestor, they know the Shaolin short strike. So that's how it get from the 1700 Shaolin to Red Boat 1850, because it is not 1700. It is the entire since late 1600. If you read my Restricting Wing Chun downward to the 1700, 1850, those people who practice real traditional Chinese kungfu know that. So it's like today's everybody know about Windows, Windows operating system, right? Everybody know about Windows. And 400 years later, people say, well, Hendrik writing this. And then somebody will say, no, 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 okay, this is not what Hendrik do. Hendrik is actually using the window version 12 or window version 10. And then they show you the window. So this is exactly what it is. So Chris, hopefully that this explain it for you. Am I clear? So anybody, for real traditional Chinese martial art, you cannot get away from the books I quote or I brought out in the Kungfu 1560. The classic from Qi Ji Guang, Tang Sun Zhi, Yi Da Yu, and the Shaolin Short Strike Classic. For real traditional Chinese martial art, you cannot get away from that. Even you look at Tai Chi, some of the old Tai Chi book, they are actually adapting the general Qi Ji Guang stuff. They're using the name, they're using the posture. Of course, it becomes something else. But did they give credit to Qi Ji Guang? You just go check around. People say this is Zhang Sanfeng, create this internal, but they use the things and they do not give credit. And again, Qi Ji Guang is talking about momentum, not posture. So what is momentum? Momentum is like, if I make a move, that is just a move. Momentum means I need the momentum within that move, which is be able to strike out. Okay? So it is useless if I stand there and just making this move or that move. Because that move, this move or that move is not the key, not the it. The it is what type of momentum I generate, which I can admit out or exert out. But today's traditional Chinese martial art, they don't have that anymore, right? Everybody talk about posture. You talk about Wing Chun, you practice your set. Do you talk about momentum or you just doing the posture? You say, well, I can strike this way, strike this way. So why is that useless? Even if you have a katana, if you stand there, you say, I want to strike this, strike this, strike this, strike this. That is not the way how katana play. The katana is for momentum. It charge in, it slap you down. Okay? So two guys, one is the one which is generate the momentum and handling it and using it, using the samurai sword. Another way is just like make the posture or mimic the technique. Those are two completely different things. So that is what I like to share with you. Hope that this is clear, Chris, okay? So Chris, Daniel say it seems modern Kung Fu play with bridge too much to catch first mid-air. I have never seen modern Tansa work against what is 1850 Kung Fu. Okay, good questions. Let me share with you. This is 1850 Kung Fu. Will you be able to deal with it or not? There's no such thing as bridge this, bridge that. Okay, all these are basic. All those are basic. So this is Kung Fu basic type based on general Qi Ji Guang. Long fist, short strike, take down. So this is both of them are short strike art. This is ground art. General Qi Ji Guang army fight this way. Okay? That's how it is. That's Chinese Kung Fu. Nobody stand up like in the movie, put your hand up for a bridge. Okay? None. So if you get my book, Restricting Wing Chun, it's always like this. It's never like you put your hand out like that. So that is the reality. So right now I'm asking everybody. This is Kungfu 1560. How come it become like this today? So, and the writing, as I just showed you, the writing, like this is called Bong Sao. You look at the application. You look at the application. It's not put your hand out there. Okay? There's Bong Sao. You strike with it, you throw with it, you trip with it, you capture with it. That is Chinese Kung Fu. Otherwise, it's just think about it realistically. How the world is going to fight the Japanese samurai with this? You put your hand out there with a bridge hand. Okay. So Chris, hope that you see this. Okay. I don't even know. Say I was writing this book, right? It's done. Right now it's a proofreading. I was writing a book. It said, oh my God, if I'm General Chi Chi Kung, I come today, I say, what the heck are you guys doing? Are you guys for real? Okay. You read the Chi Chi Kung teaching. He said that martial art is continuous growth. And thus one have to keep studying. That's in Chi Chi Kung's words. It's in the book. Okay. So that's why Kung Fu 1560. For those who want to, who is interested in Chinese culture and the reality of Kung Fu in the war zone and so forth in the 1560, that is the only book today. We need to be following that. Otherwise, it's just, what are you doing here today? Okay. Now, chess philosopher, general would be familiar with the art of war. How does this writing related to the Sun Tzu art of war? Good questions. Guess what? Chi Chi Kuang implement the ideas, the concept of the art of war. Momentum play is in the chapter 6, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Okay, because I'm remember only in Chinese. Okay, let me check. Okay. Okay, chapter 5. Momentum is chapter 5 of Sun Tzu. And Tang Sun Zhi wrote it's in the in this book. Okay, so in chapter 2 of this book is called Momentum. So after I share with you on this physics stuff, this is Sun Tzu. This is General Tang Sun Tzu define what is momentum. Okay. What is a long fist short strike? He defined that there. I don't define it. Okay. So this is a long fist short strike they use in Ming Dynasty. They use this type of stuff. And then there's Yi Da Yu, which is talking about making use of momentum, which turns out is to be handling of the angle and timing, as an example. So the Chinese been thousands of years is having this philosophy of using momentum. And when you get the Ming Dynasty, it is used by Tang Sun Zhi, which is prior to General Qi Ji Guang. Actually, he's like his teacher and a good friend of Qi Ji Guang. So that's why in this book, I want to share with you all these people they are a team. We heard only for Qi Ji Guang, but they are Tang Sunzhi and Yi Dayu, which we need to know what they contribute. Okay? And so from Sun to everything directly down. And suddenly, for this past 100 years, you get this Tai Chi guy keeping talking about this magic chi energy. And what the heck are you talking about? Or keeping talk about this bridge, that bridge, this hand technique, that hand technique. Now it's not a hand technique. Bong. In 1700, we call it Bong. In 1800, we call it Bong. In 1560, it's not Bong. It's called it's named as the, let me show you. It's called the Phoenix elbow. It's called the Phoenix elbow. And there are different ways to use the Phoenix elbow. You see this way? And then this way. And then there are combinations. Different combinations. So that is the reality. And General Qi Ji Guang saying that I am giving you this example to enlighten you, to inspire you. This is not a dogma. You want to learn how to play with the momentum combination, like today's Western boxing. You have a jab, your cross, or your hook combinations. And this 32 of them is an example of the jab or the hook or cross with its combinations, which is playing in the different range, angle, and level. So that is what is the 32 type of momentum is. Is to inspire you. Hey, you take it, you learn it. Once you know about the momentum, play everything, go create your own, because it's going to keep growing. Because those who don't understand this will get beat up. That's what in General Qi Ji Guang's word. Two things beat you up. One is you have no idea how the thing get to you. The second thing is, if that goddamn thing is so fast that you not be able to see it comes, you dead. So that's what Qi Ji Guang's teaching. Okay. So hope that this is clear. Okay. Chris Daniels, Ye Hui might be not, but it is not in the radar screen. Okay. So in the 1850, all this general, they are only using what it is with evidence. Ye Fei is too far away from them already. 500 years ago from them or so forth. So they don't have anything. When they don't have anything solid, they don't say it. Those are the general, okay, because they're military people. And they do use the Song Dynasty emperor's momentum type. Like over here, they told you the probing horse is from the Song Dynasty emperor's style. It gives credit, it tells you what it is. So think about General Qi Ji Guang and all this team in Ming Dynasty is like the guy in Silicon Valley today who do research, who have their own company, who compete with their competitor. They give credit They make sure that thing works. Those are how it behave, and they have to have a open-minded. So they follow again. Chess philosopher, they follow one other thing of the Sun Tzu. You never ever play fortune telling, qi, or those kind of thing in military. Okay. So that's what General Qi Guang do. No BS. Okay, because my people can die out there. So better not all those qi fa jing bullshit. Okay. So this is how it is, and really, heaven's sake, know what the heck happened for this past 100 years. The more I read it, the more I say, what are you guys doing? So that's how it is. Okay, so somehow I'm in Silicon Valley here. I step into time traveling, go back to 1560, and using a design director mentality or VPs in engineering mentality, look into say, what the heck are you guys doing? No wonder this entire company run down, turn belly up. Because nobody know what the heck is going on. Lawrence, when is your books out? Well, this book will be, I'm proofreading it. Anybody want to help me to proofreading? I hate that. Okay, the sharing is okay. You know, proofreading thing, grammar. When I read it 10 times, I use the grammar checker and editor talk to me and everything. After 5 times I read it, I start getting blind. Okay, I don't even know what the heck. And right now they decide to price it. Okay, so this is a kungfu book. This is for anybody who really seriously want to study Chinese culture. No kidding. Okay, none exists today at this level. So right now I have many suggestions from the editor and so forth, and some say that, oh, nobody will buy this book, so you because there's a lot of information there, charge more. You're not going to sell a lot of this book, even though you put a lot of effort in it and a lot of document and so forth. Some is saying, oh, you know, sell it cheaper so that people can understand, so that if they can understand, they will get the book, they will study, because it's for education. So right now I'm tear apart between this thing. I cannot make it too cheap that people don't care, and then I cannot make it too expensive that people couldn't afford to buy it. So if you see my book for past 2 days, I just dropped the price because people is asking me, you know, so I range it up for the most variable, then higher price. For the basic is lower price, those stuff. So right now, you know, I think next week will come up, Lawrence. So Chris W, ground fighting zone. Ground fighting zone is like I understand short strike 1 to be in the short strike zone, but maybe end up in the ground. No, it is not that. Okay, so 1 second, okay? Yeah, I have a delivery just calling me. Okay, so Chris, get the restricting Wing Chun. Okay, there's a lot of technical thing. Okay, the kungfu 1560s have a lot of material, but it doesn't go to the technical, very technical details. Okay, so if you read the 1560s 1560s kungfu 1560, or you know, in restricting Wing Chun, if you read it carefully, there is a clear details on the 3 strategy here on how they fight. Okay, and even in Wing Chun 1850, they go to do this, okay? And then they go to do this. And then they go this low, because I just explained to everybody just now on this thing. For you to be to really say that you have practiced the kungfu of Qi Ji Guang, you better know all of this. Long fist, short strike. Okay, this take down and throw and everything is belong to the short strike, close body. This is the groundwork. This is not like today's BJJ, but this is going down to kick and all those kind of stuff. Okay, down into the ground. Okay, so that is the ground, the ground fighting, and that ground fighting is going to change in momentum, because the idea is you can change from this. Okay, let me share with you. So when you read my book, you have to be careful. Okay, every detail. So you have to change all this zone. This is what I mean by play the three fighting strategy in the 1560. In the 1850, it's still like that. Okay, when the time I study Wing Chun 1850, it's still going up and down. That's why I can share with you on this thing. I can share with you on this thing in the sets and in the two-man practice and everything. So that is how it is played. And suddenly, voila! After the late 1800s, God know, heaven know what the heck is turned into this, whatever you see today. Okay, so sometimes you want to go drop down, and even in the Qi Ji Guang, I purposely, because I cannot do the 32 for you all. It will have another 300 pages of books. Okay. So in the general Qi Ji Guang, this is called ghost kick. Ghost kick. This is for the ground fighting. Ghost kick. And there's another one is for called ambush. Ambush. See the knee stand there? So it is an MMA, but not like today's you're using the BJJ. These have their own characteristic. So this is 460 years ago, you have that. So if you have the book, make sure you read the first two chapters, make sure you understand it. Okay? That's how you play. Okay? So hope that this clear up for you. There's a lot of stuff. And today we just look into the, okay. So yesterday I was asking some Wing Chun friends. Okay. So I just asking some Wing Chun friend from Asia. So I asked him, I said, this by evidence, this is 1850s. Okay. They fight in this and they can change all around from long fist down to the ground, from the ground, go to the short strike, through whatever, locked up and everything. Now, tell me, I said, can you handle a guy who trained that way? What technique can you handle them? Which part? The most is this, I think. There's only 1 out of 25. Okay, this one. 1 out of 25. So I said, you want to fight a Qi Ji Guang's army that you only have 1 out of 25 techniques or momentum handling they have? So I have a headache now, okay? And this is the reality. So for me, that's the reason why I want to start this club. For people who really care, want to study like the Chinese culture, the martial arts, the technology side, not keeping saying that I want to fight you. Forget about those things. Put it aside. Okay. Want to understand the engine, how this thing play. Then I want it to be that club that everybody can sit down and talk properly and be reasonable, objectively, and then rationally. You look into general Qi Guang, like I show you this book. You see how it is, and somebody can come up with something good. Because general Qi Guang said, this is to inspire you, to enlighten you. This is not my dogma. You have to follow me. You have to keep improve. Okay, so hope that this is clear for you. Okay. So Chris, okay, so that is how the ground fighting. If you meet a big guy who is very good in the long fist, you know what you're gonna do? You want to use the ghost kick I just showed. You just go drop down, boom. And the ghost kick have two types of ground foot. One is going between your two legs. One is going outside of your body. That's why I put it. I chose it. I put it in the 1560s books. Every information there matters. Otherwise, I'm going to write a 3,000-page books, okay? And of course, you read that book, you can ask me here, right? So make it a club that we can be here, rational, like have tea. Later, we can even have Zoom to have fun, okay? Okay, so thanks, Sifu Mike. May the force flow be with you. Lawrence, I look forward to reading it. I don't think the price is the point. Those who want it will buy it. The problem is most believe wholehearted in the 1560 platform and want to clarification in it. Okay. And here Chris said, change our momentum. Yes, Chris, change our momentum. The Qi Guang said, one momentum transform to other momentum to defeat your opponent. And the transformations is never ended. So as in the new book, the reason of that combination is, what if your opponent change in the middle? Say you strike him and rather suddenly he take the breaks between you and he attack you. You need to change that. Okay? So that is the game. So for me, is that I look at it, I feel excited because that is the art. That is not wushu. Shu means technology. Wu, like today, people call Chinese kungfu, wushu. Wu meaning military or martial. Su means technology or techniques. This is not wushu. This is wu yi. Yi, I explained here too. That's general Qi Guang. That is art. Meaning that somebody be able to play momentum. And you see that and you say, like Mike Tyson, he's good, man. He know how to play his momentum. That's how I'm looking for. Not it's like I beat you, my daddy is better than you, all this nonsense. I want to know what is the beauty of that thing. Okay? So that's the thing. The play of the Zen, the change of momentum. I hope that after this 1560s Kung Fu book out, our Westerner brother and sister in Kung Fu can reach up that level. And I do have shared that there are 4 levels there. Body function. Okay, and this 4 level is not mine. It's General Qi Guang revealed it in that chapter 14. Your functional training. If you don't have functional training, how the world are you going to go from ground fighting, go up the long fist, go down to the short strike? You can. Functional training. Or the body handling. The second is your basic of You want to do a jab, you better have the what do you call it, the aggressive, the fierceness to go in. You want to draw a throw, you better be quick. Those are second level. The third is be able to play with momentum in the the change of distance, change of level, and change of angle. The fourth level is playing with momentum combinations. Meaning, if I want to go to attack you, I already know I have under my belt, there are many momentum combinations. Momentum combination can mean I'm going to jab you and right away going down with a ghost kick inside there with a ground kick, and then to come out and smash you. Those are the momentum. Okay, so from the long range up, it go down to the ground range, and it go up close body, short strike. So they have that under their belt. They have many of their combinations. Now, if we're going to play with somebody like that, with our this technique, that techniques, you dead. Once their combination, momentum combination roll, it's like the Western boxer or the Thai boxer. They have their combination. Once their combination roll, if you have you do not have that skill on the playing combination, momentum combination, there's no way you can fight it. So that's the fourth level. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are we? We need to know. Otherwise, we are lying to ourselves. So there's the change of momentum. Now, with the 4 level, now, Lawrence, you talk about the problem is most believe wholehearted in the 1960s platform, and one clarification on that. Okay, see, 1960s version, I don't want to deal with it. Why? Because there's too much politics, too much fame, too much money, too much business, and too much everything. And I don't want to get into that. I only want to get into the technology stuff, right? So whoever, I'm not going to ask people to change from the 1960 to whatever. My agenda, my goal is that this is traditional Chinese martial art from 1560. Whatever you want to do, you have your freedom. Okay? Because I really don't want to get into those mess. It's not constructive. The constructive thing is like this. If we are brothers, we live in a village. We know tiger is coming in. We know there are tiger outbreak there. Instead of saying in the village that who is the grandmaster, so forth, we say, hey, you know, let's get the gate out, get the wall up, let's get the weapon up, let's get the people trained so that we can handle the tiger. The tiger might come, might not come, but we know all the kids and the people in the village has to be protected. They has to know the truth. So that's how I'm doing thing here. Okay, not who is number one fighter. Okay, so hope that this is clear for you. So for the 1960s platforms, Wing Chuners, you know, they are free to do everything they want to do. And I'm just presenting what is the truth. So hope that this can share with everybody, you know, what's my intention. Chris W. There's a lot of info for sure in the book. I do have most of this book because there are no other like this. Chris, I make the book really thin because I expect you to remember everything, every details in it. Seriously, there are many people here around the world who join us today who have studied with me, take class with me. And every book have a class I taught them, okay, which they can handle even much more than that book. because there's a lot of things in the book you cannot write. Okay, not that I don't want to write. You need to make sure that, like these friends who take class with me, you need to make sure that they understand. So that's why I go back and forth. I ask people to redo homework every day. And this is my hobby, to teach the like teaching piano at home, right? I don't charge much. One class until you learn, like you want to talk about Wing Chun matrix. There's a class called Wing Chun, basic Wing Chun technology. It's a 3-month class. If you have to take 6 months then or a year, there's no problem. Make sure if you graduate, you got it. And so how much the tuition? 10,000? No, it's only a few $100s. It's like you go to college, you take a class in calculus. That's how I want to make it. The issue is that I only take people who really train. There are many people don't get it at first. You look at those people who graduate from my class, they suffer. They cannot get into the 2C. I say, well, show me your video. Tell me what do you feel. Do this. Tell me what do you feel. Go, let's Zoom. Tell me what do you feel right now. Do this. Move this. Got it? Okay, you got it. Got it. If not got it, go repeat it again. Do the homework 10 times. So that is the issue. The issue is not the money. The issue is people have to go through that. Like if we, even like when we in a high school, in elementary school, when we want to learn, addition, multiplications, we have to redo all those things. And today, people like to have fantasy work. I learned this posture. I have this internal. That's why many so-called internal people or internal grandmaster, I kick them out. Why? They don't listen. They don't develop the techniques. They don't develop the skill. And as well now with the general Qi Ji Guang, very clearly we have this 4 level. If we don't have a taste of this 4 level, what are we doing? You talk about self-defense? Are you sure? That's why people who take my class, I say, hey, do you know how to run down? And most of these friends will tell me, yes, Hendrik, now I can read them. If it's a tiger, I run away because I cannot fight them. So to learn all these things, like general Qi Ji Guang riding and so forth, because we are not law enforcement, we are not army. Those are signs for us to know, hey man, this thing, we don't want to deal with it. We better go away because we cannot deal with it. This is too fast, or all kinds of stuff. So every one of my books, if you go check any of the students who I have give them the diploma, they can tell you inside out. They can do it to show you what it is. They might be have variation, like a guy who take the class in United States and German or England. They might have a variations based on their personal skill, but the direction, the bottom line, every one of them will be the same. It's just like we talk about additions or multiplications. Disregard of where you are in the world, you talk same thing. Only some can do the multiplication faster, some slower, because we are different, right? So those are my hobby, okay? That's why I don't open this class. I only on when the right person who be able to learn, I teach you. Doesn't matter which nationality or race or anything. Everybody is equal, okay? It's just education. So area of the book, okay? You will need every details of my book to just get the basic. Otherwise, you cannot get it. Okay. So hope that this is the clear out thing for you. Okay. I'm not writing a book for just writing a book. I want something to stay even when the day I'm gone. Okay, I'm 60 something, maybe I die tomorrow, okay? But at least somebody know this, okay? So that's the bottom line. So a general would want to train his army in a short period of time. Many Sifu say today their system take 20 years to learn to fight. It seems this is for money. Learn 15 form seems strange. Chris Daniels, General Chi Chi Guang have 3 recruits. The first time he recruited 3,000 people to train. Some of these people is from city guy. After a year of every daily training, he dropped them. He changed. General Chi Chi Guang trained the people every day. And the way how he trained, it remind me when I was in Kyokushin, when I was 14 years old. When I read General Chi Chi Guang stuff, it remind me my training in Kyokushin when I was 14, 14, 15 years old. So from white belt to yellow belt is 3 months. 3 months later, I can do sparring. Okay, that's the the Kyokushin way when I was there. Okay, so 3 months, one need to have the basic and keeping drill to get better and better. Never is you train that thing for 20 years or 1 year and still don't know what is momentum. So when I'm writing this book in the past week, the more I write it, the more it made me think about when I was in my Kyokushin training. Okay, serious. That's how it is. So it took me like what, 3 years to get to brown black before black belt. At that time, I calculate I have at least 600 hours of sparring, the knockout type sparring, 600 hours. Okay, and of course, getting multiple bruises and everything. And all this training, Sunday, weekend training, running, and all this kind of stuff. So I can relate that to General Chi Chi Guang's writing. That's what give me say, oh, this is real. This is what I go through with my sensei before. Okay. Whatever today, 站桩, internal, forget about it. You couldn't even handle one momentum. Look at the Thai boxer. Like in Western boxing, how many months? 6 months before they can get you to sparring. If you go to a formal coach, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. And it is not also a short period of time, Chris. They're keeping drilling it. Like General Chi Chi Guang say, okay, you have to run 1 mile, 1 Chinese mile without panting. If you can do that, it's going to add weight, more weight in your legs back. So the back, which is tied down to your back, add more weight, add more stone in for you to run. Because it is not like making a product, done, and then you're out. No, you're there every day with him. So that's why his army is so good. The longer they train, the better they are. So it is like a special force. But it is not like you train 1 year, you don't know nothing. I expect you to be able to train 3 months and you have to go out there and fight. Of course, you are not that skillful, but it has to be work. So hope that this is clear on what is the reality on this Kung Fu training. Okay. Anybody have any question? So that is the thing, okay? And these 3 books and the Kung Fu 1560 that tell you the truth of Chinese Kung Fu in validations of today's sports science and today's other martial arts. You want to talk about Qi and everything, is all there. Whatever is not in here, you know it is BS. Okay? And all like this book, and this book, these are basic one need to know. One need to know every sentence, every words of it. Whatever I wrote there, is what I say again. Those who took my class be able to do at least 5 to 10 times better than reading that book. Okay? That is the bottom line. It is I'm using an engineering standard. There is no point for, oh, Hendrik say this, or if I die tomorrow and this student say, oh, I remember Hendrik say this. I remember Hendrik say this. No, there's no such thing like that. Everybody will be able to show you the same thing. Okay? Without this, what do we have? What do we have? We don't have anything. So it is not a philosophy. It is not a belief. Does the thing works or not? Can it work? Can it be improved? Your opponent is not going to stay there for doing nothing, taking vacation. Your opponent, when he see your techniques, your momentum type, he is going to evolve into even more advanced. That's how this world works. That's how Qi Ji Guang instruct his army. So, anybody have any more questions? Okay, so I want to conclude for you. 1, it is the generations of handling of momentum. Heaven know why the hell it become making posture, mimicking my secret form, secret set posture. Okay? It is about momentum combination play. Heaven knows why today it become this hand technique, that hand techniques, this bridge, that bridge. It is about momentum, your breathing, your cardiovascular endurance, your muscular endurance, and your recovery. Heaven know why the hell it become. I have this chi, I have this mind power, I have this fa jing. Okay? So I just conclude to you why. Who knows why the heck the whole world changed into like this? It's not even Chinese at all. It is fantasy. So there's the reality I'm facing when I write this book. And that is the history I have to face. Because there's only one way. Again, I love Kyokushin because I was disciplined that way. Kyokushin meaning the ultimate truth. As a martial artist, one have to search for the ultimate truth. If it is proper, we say it is proper. If it is not proper, we say it is not proper. We don't bully people, but based on facts, we tell the truth. If we are not up to that standard, then say so. Say the 4 level of training. The last is the combination training, the momentum combination training. You look at like Mike Tyson, he have the combination training. You look at our own self. If we never ever have go that far, you just said, my kungfu is not good. I have not get to that level. That's simple. Or my body, my cardiovascular is not as good. I couldn't win that competition. There's no what do you call it? There's no shame, no need to be shamed for that. Why? Can we go fight a tiger? Can we? Of course not. Can we go fight a special force because I'm doing my my secret techniques, internal techniques? So when people tell us internal today, for me, I equivalent that internal term as I don't know. Okay? If you say I'm doing internal art, that is what I'm saying. That is like I don't know art. If you want to do exercise for your body, that's legit. Just call it exercise. Call it meditations. Don't call it martial arts. Because martial art defined in a different terms, in a different way. So, okay, this is to share with everybody. I know that my word is straight. Somebody might not like what I'm saying. The issue is this is martial arts, unarmed combat. This is about educations. Education that we know what we face. Education that we can walk away, run away, and not get engaged in. Because we do not know how to handle it. And we are not supposed to handle it. So instead of teaching people to go fighting, usually ask people, the first 3 months I was in Kyokushin, I kicked at least 3,000 kicks, 1,000 per month, at least 3,000 of the roundhouse kick alone. That's what my sensei asked me to do. How many kicks have you done? Just a simple roundhouse kick. 3 months, 3,000. With heavy backs, okay? Not just kicking in the air, with heavy backs. Without that, how can you spar? That's serious. You kick 3,000 kick in 3 months with into the heavy backs, in the proper arm guard, versus the guy who have never do this for their 10 years practicing sets and all this thing. You know what is the result in the what is the outcome if the two people get into the match in the ring. Lawrence, there are all kinds of weapons. There's no just a pole form, and there's no pole form. It is again the Wing Chun 1850s pole, 6.5 pole is 6.5 type of momentum. It's not a form. The first is a chop down momentum, a chop down and a spearing in the same time as written in Chi Chi Guang writing. Wing Chun have a thing called the half point. You know, half points. What is a half point? 6.5 point. Well, what is a half point? Half point meaning that within every move, there always a move come with it. That's called half point. Meaning that when the pole chop down, Don't expect that the Wing Chun guy is going to chop down like that. When it going chop down, it's going to go forward with the spearing. And that is exactly what wrote in the General Qi Ji Guang's chapter 14. It go directly in. So the half point is like you do a what you call a cut sao. Okay, you cut down other people's hand coming in. You cut sao. This you cut through it, and the fish strike is there. This fish strike is called half points. So this is 1 point. The sing hand or whatever you call it, is cutting through forward, down and forward, and the half point is the strike. So every strike is like that. Okay, so there's half point. Everything is momentum. Okay. So the fourth point of the 6.5 pole is called what? It's called retrograde momentum, meaning that you fight the guy, you fight, and suddenly you pull your pole and run. He's going to go for you, and you attack him back. It's like retrograde or returning. In Chinese, it's called hui ma qiang, returning horse spear. And then when you go spear back, there are different angle you can spear depend on how he chase you. So it's a bait. Again, it is like the General Qi Ji Guang stuff. It's a momentum combination. It's not like, oh, this one pole, that one pole. Well, it's easy to say this, momentum combination. If you don't have your body, the functional training conditioned properly, there's no way you can do it. Look at the judoka. They practically have to roll every day in the floor, in their tatami. If you don't have that type of body conditioning, how are you going to play there? So the first is functional training. So now you ask back, how's the functional training today? Internal art. You stand there and you say you have this mind power. Are you kidding? Compared with those like our Thai boxer friends or Western boxer friend, keeping training heavy backs and slip the lines, all this momentum stuff. So this is what I like to share with you. Reality is not pretty for Chinese Kung Fu today. But facing the reality is only way that there's a future. Without facing reality, there is no future. No grandmaster can bait you out. That's why I say no grandmaster can debunk this. None. Because this is history. This is science. And human cannot debunk history and science. And again, the reason why I bring up Qi Ji Guang is I ask everybody when they usually when you talk to people say, "Wow, my grandmaster is this, my great grandmaster this." I asking people for past 460 years, who is better than General Qi Ji Guang in records? If none, then everybody shut up, listen to what the reality is. Listen to what is the reality. And even Qi Ji Guang, you know that his collection of a classic is from General Tang Sun Zhi, General Yi Da You. It's a team. It's not one person is the god. There's no such thing as one person is the god or grandmaster like people promote today. Okay. So see you next time. And if my book release next week, I'm going to share with you on that. And so it is for Chinese Kung Fu. Okay.